Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Say hello to the all-new Alexa Plus and see how Alexa can do so much more for you. Need tickets to see your favorite artist? Craving your comfort restaurant? Just sit back, relax, and talk naturally. Alexa's on it. It learns your style, anticipates what's next, and makes it happen across Echo, Fire TV, and more. Learn more at amazon.com/new Alexa.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And we start this morning by opening up the phone lines where you can reach me live, 800-848-9222. The focus on the Somalian community. President Trump continuing his war of words with Congresswoman Omar, and fraud in Minnesota that has amounted to billions of dollars at the expense of American taxpayers. And I say, bravo, Mr. President, but I will circle back to this story. So thank you to Valeria for bringing this to my attention. Imagine you can't even die in peace without being robbed. I don't know if this is a racial incident or not, but the woman who appears to be the nurse is African American, and the dying patient in bed, his last breath of life, happens to be white. And she steals his Rolex off his hand and other items, including cash. Only one big problem. Candid camera. Remember that television show? Police caught up to her as she finished the shift, and what did she have to say? She responded, "What did I do? What did I do in the parking lot?" I want you to listen to this, and listen carefully, because your loved ones, it could be you or I, when we're at the end of life, and we have to be protected at all times. It's a shame, but this is the world that we live in. Listen to the denial that she has with the officer, and he's playing a game with her, and guess what? She ends up in handcuffs.
How we doing today?
Good.
Leaving work with some merchandise?
No. I'm sorry, what is your name?
My name's right here. That's Officer to you.
Okay, can I help you, officer?
Yeah, I was just watching some very interesting video footage from your work.
What are you talking about?
Mind if I search you?
No.
You don't mind if I search you?
No, I don't really want much to do with this, sir. Can I help you?
Empty your pockets right now.
Can I have some sort of warrant? I'm
Empty
not saying, oh my God.
your pockets.
No.
We all know what you did.
Who was we?
That looks just like the Rolex that was stolen from the nursing home that you work at. Yep. There's the money. Where's the credit cards?
What are you talking about?
Empty your pocket right there. Empty your pocket.
Here. Are you happy? Can I go now?
Absolutely not. Would you care to explain this?
Explain what?
Where did these come from?
Does that matter? We both know where it comes from.
You often steal from your job and where you work?
Whatever. I think I should go.
Turn around. Hands behind your back.
Sir, I'm
Turn
pregnant.
around. Hands behind your back. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. I highly recommend you exercise that right.
I'm going to lose my job.
You already lost your job. We have you on video stealing all of this evidence.
And it's raining?
10:37. Suspect in custody.
Oh, my God. This is not for real. Oh, my God. Can we please just talk about this? I think this is a bit dramatic to be arrested. What footage? Can I see the footage?
Absolutely. You'll see it in court. Do you always steal from your employee, from the people that are putting food on your table? You think it's a good idea to steal?
They're not going to miss it. Okay? He's dying anyway. He's basically dead.
So it's okay to take his belongings in your head? Where do you come up with this reasoning?
Because I need it.
For what?
My kids.
Drugs?
Can we please
What kind of drugs are you taking?
Does that matter?
Absolutely.
I have children. I told you I'm pregnant.
And you think it's wise to be taking drugs while you're pregnant?
And we see your telephone calls coming in, 800-848-9222. Again, I'm just giving you the facts. The apparent nurse in this case, the woman in question that's in total denial, and then she's caught red-handed, and now she wants to try and cut a deal. Let me see the tape. And boy, did the officer have a great line for her. You'll see the tape in court when the prosecutors play it. 800-848-9222. She happens to be African-American. The patient who died, he happens to be white. I'm just giving you the way it is, folks. Dominic Carter here with you. Now to Somalia. President Trump, you got to give it to him. This is why I voted for the man. He is giving it to Congresswoman Ilhan Omar and the fraud in Minnesota that has recently been revealed and amounts to billions of dollars for American taxpayers. I say bravo, Mr. President. He's destroying the Congresswoman here and illegals from Somalia.
The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, is saying that he's actually proud to have the largest Somali community in the country, and his police chief...
Well, then he's a fool.
Well, his police chief is also saying...
I wouldn't be proud to have the largest Somalian. Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other. Look, these Somalians have taken billions of dollars out of our country. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. It's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that. And she should be thrown the hell out of our country. And most of those people, they have destroyed Minnesota, okay? Minnesota, you have an incompetent governor. You have a crooked governor. He's crooked as hell, but he's incompetent. Waltz he should be ashamed. That beautiful land, that beautiful state, it's a hellhole right now. And the Somalians should be out of here. They've destroyed our country. And all they do is complain, complain, complain. You have her. She's always talking about the Constitution provides me with... go back to your own country and figure out your Constitution. All she does is complain about this country. Without this country, she would not be in very good shape. She probably wouldn't be alive right now. So Somalia is considered by many to be the worst country on earth. I don't know. I haven't been there. I won't be there anytime soon. I hope. But what the Somalian people have done to Minnesota is not even believable. It's not even believable. And a lot of it starts with the governor. A lot of it starts with Barack Hussein Obama, because that's when people started coming in. And you have to have people come in that are going to love our country, cherish our country. They want to kiss our country goodnight. They talk about our country. We want them to pray for our country. This is not the people living in Minnesota. And she's a disaster. She should not be, and her friends shouldn't be allowed. Frankly, they shouldn't even be allowed to be congresspeople, okay? They shouldn't even be allowed to be congresspeople because they don't represent the interests of our country.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, Dominic, it's not politically correct to sign off on that, but the truth is the truth. And they really shouldn't be allowed to represent our country in Congress. They really shouldn't. If you believe in government so much, go fix your own country. Go back to Somalia. You got so much mouth. The Congresswoman appearing on CNN, and she should have been prepared for this question, but asked specifically, how do you explain the billions of dollars at the expense of the American taxpayer when it comes to corruption in Minnesota?
Can you shed any light on why the fraud got so out of control in Minnesota?
I think what happened is that, when you have these kind of new programs that are designed to help people, you're oftentimes relying on third parties to be able to facilitate. And I just think that a lot of the COVID programs that were set up they were set up so quickly that a lot of the guardrails did not get created.
And things are so different in Minnesota. Tom Holman, the border czar, is livid at the police commissioner in Minneapolis because the police commissioner is urging the public, you can't make this up, if you have an encounter with ICE, to call 911.
Look, I'll say the same thing I said to other chiefs of police in sanctuary cities. Shame on you. I mean, your number one responsibility is the safety and security of your communities. And ICE is targeting criminals. Criminals. So for you not to partner with ICE to make your community safer is shameful. He ought to put his badge in the desk drawer and walk away because he stopped being a cop, become a politician. If a true law enforcement official would work with ICE, okay, look, I don't want to be an immigration officer. I'll leave that to you guys. But when we have an illegal alien and public safety threat in the community, I want to be shoulder to shoulder with you. I want to help you make my community safer because the chief of police, that's my number one responsibility. If he wants to watch, stand aside, do it. But if you cross that line, Pam Bondi and her U.S. attorneys are waiting to prosecute anybody that impedes law enforcement, ICE law enforcement, Border Patrol law enforcement in doing their job. Zero tolerance for impeding ICE in their operation.
And to the phones we go, 800-848-9222. Dominic Carter here with you. Line 1, Norman in Brooklyn. Good morning, Norman. What's on your mind?
Brings up my mom. She lived in a veterans home, and she was with it, but she lived till 97. But it makes me think, makes me think. The many people that she dealt with, you have to trust people, trust strangers, and I don't know. That woman is a soulless bitch as far as I'm concerned. You don't steal from a dying person, and her attitude was they're not going to need it. That's a fine example she's going to set for her child. With that attitude. So I don't know. It just whatever. It just makes me reflective of getting older, and listen, stealing is the least. I mean, sometimes these aides and things and nurses, sometimes they beat the hell out of you. Whatever,
Absolutely.
Or they restrain you, or they,
Absolutely.
I'm just telling you. I mean, it's horrible, and that
Absolutely.
just made me
Absolutely, Norman. And, as you speak, so some of the things that I don't mention on the radio, because everything is not for public display. I've talked about the fact that that my aunt that raised me, as well as my grandmother, but my aunt is in a facility like that now. She's had 4 or 5 surgeries. It's not good at all. And the other day, she calls me on my phone, and it's 3:45 a.m., and I answer because my first instinct was someone's abusing her in the facility somewhat. So I'm ready to go raise hell. And I said, are you okay? And, she was delirious. She said, yes, I don't understand why nobody else is around. So I'm listening to her to let her get her version out. And then I said, you do know it's 3:45 in the morning. She goes, oh, okay. I said, well, nobody's abusing you, are they? Nobody's hitting you, are they? She said, no. But Norman, I feel your pain. But this is why generally in life, generally speaking, and my own family members don't understand it. Generally speaking in life, I don't trust anyone. And the people that are in positions that we should have the most respect for and the most trust for, those are the ones that I watch the most. I got to take a break, Norman. Thank you for the wonderful call. 800-848-9222.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
What I bought? A new Blink Mini 2K Plus smart security camera. What I got? 2K clarity sharp enough to see every detail of home when I'm away. Plus audio like I'm in the room, not with my bestie traveling to another city. Plus easy plug-in setup to install faster than skipping through podcast ads. But you'd never skip ads, right? Plus, I got all of this for just $49.99. Blink Mini 2K Plus. Mini camera, max performance. Shop now at Amazon.com/Blink.
It's 7v7 soccer. Smaller the pitch, faster the action. The world's elite soccer clubs compete for their share of a massive $5 million prize. Catch World Sevens on TNT, True TV, and HBO Max December 5th through the 7th.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. Jay Kelly, the new film from Academy Award nominee Noah Baumbach. George Clooney stars as an actor confronting his past and present on a journey of self-discovery, alongside Adam Sandler as his devoted manager. Critics are calling it a declaration of love to the chaotic art of filmmaking, with the Wall Street Journal praising it as a transcendent comedy drama. Watch Jay Kelly December 5th, only on Netflix.
From New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
Securing the border. Can you give President Trump any credit for securing the border? Because, as you know, that was a big issue under the Biden administration when you had record border crossings, and those border crossings have gone down dramatically. Can you give him credit for that?
The border is secure. That's a good thing. It's happened on his watch. He wants to claim credit for it. Of course, he'll get credit for that. In terms of making sure that we actually deal with the issues that matter, including on immigration or beyond, there's a lot that is left to be desired.
The House Minority Leader there, Hakeem Jeffries, barely willing to give President Trump the credit he deserves for securing the border. That's the problem with Democrats these days. Folks, I'm telling you, get off that Democrat plantation. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. Back to the phones we go. If you're trying to reach us, folks, we have a lot of calls coming in right now. Just stand by and redial in a minute or so. Maybe you'll be able to get through. Let's go to Lou, line 1, Long Island. Good morning, Lou. What's on your mind?
Good morning, Dominic. Unfortunately, elder abuse is too real and too often. Even if you have a home health aide, say when you're at work, 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day, you have to have a home security camera. Because, like you say, the people you trust are usually the ones that are going to take advantage of an elderly. Because
but Lou, wait. Lou, it's just one thing I want to correct you on. You said have a home security camera. No. It doesn't stop with just that. You have cameras that they don't know about. You have cameras in the teddy bear. You have cameras in the I trust no one, Lou, on Dominic, issues like this.
Yes, Dominic, that's absolutely what I meant. Yes, those cameras that you cannot detect. Absolutely. And I agree, you cannot trust anyone when it comes to your family members that are elderly.
Yeah, and Lou, just little things like, setting their food tray where it's just out of reach for them. So like my aunt, for a while, she's had like 4 or 5 surgeries. I just didn't talk about it on the radio, and she came mighty close to death. I mean, I thought 99% that she was gone. This old lady is strong. She's hanging in there. But, and when I look at her, but she's not the same person. A woman that was once vibrant and young looking, even in her young 70s, and she now looks like she's 95 years old. Mentally, she still knows me, but we can have a conversation, and the conversation will go left, almost to the degree where it's like, oh my God, what's going on here? And so placing folks' food where it's right out of reach, where they can't get out of bed to get it, not changing their undergarments, intentionally being cruel to people. Lou, you have the final word. Go ahead.
Well, there is a special place in hell for people like that, and I'll end it with that.
Right. Well, Lou, thank you for the call. What we're going to do I got to do one other short segment. When we come back, we have Jerry in Manhattan, Anastasia in Astoria, Liz in Florida, Pat in New Jersey. But that video is so compelling, the audio that you heard, and this issue is so important. We are going to play it again. A woman caught red-handed, the man a senior taking his last breaths. What does she think to do? To steal his Rolex and his cash. But candid camera, honey. You're caught on camera, candid camera, and the police were waiting for you. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Wherever Bud goes, his harmonica goes with him. It's a pocket full of soul. Now he's living with prostate cancer. He asked his doctor about Xtandi and enzalutamide. Xtandi 40 milligram tablets treats men with prostate cancer that has spread to other parts of the body and responds to a medical or surgical treatment to lower testosterone. Xtandi may cause serious side effects: seizure, a brain condition called PRESS, allergic reactions, heart disease that can lead to death, falls and bone fractures, swallowing problems, or choking that can lead to death. Stop Xtandi and get medical help at once if your face, tongue, lip, or throat start swelling. Tell your doctor at once if you faint, have a seizure, quickly worsening headache, decreased alertness, confusion, vision problems, chest pain or discomfort, or shortness of breath. Xtandi can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during and 3 months after Xtandi. Common side effects include muscle and joint pain, feeling unusually tired, hot flashes, constipation, less appetite, diarrhea, high blood pressure, bleeding, falls, fractures, and headache. Talk to your doctor and visit Xtandi.com.
Every leap in American history has needed breakthrough energy.
Ignition, liftoff.
Now, AI is here, and Chevron is working to power it. We're aiming to develop multi-gigawatt power plants near data centers, designed with future pathways to lower carbon intensity. AI gets the power it needs, communities get the jobs, and the grid stays strong. Powering AI today builds America's next superpower.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kann du Norsk?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs, but luckily there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku, and it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
From New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
I am looking at my Twitter right now, at Dominic TV. Marianne Boudin says, a home, and I read this story a few days ago, a home caregiver for an 84-year-old Long Island woman plunged a knife into the sleeping patient's heart, kept it there for 16 minutes, telling her to die. The caregiver left the woman like that. The woman was taken to hospital, died 3 weeks later. So we started out with this story, and it's so compelling I'm going back to it because you rarely get to hear a thief like this, a liar like this, someone that's trusted to take care of the elderly, to listen to them try and lie and cover themselves to the police when they're caught red-handed, when the police have already seen the video. The police have already seen the video. So just imagine, and we played this at the top of the show, you can't even die in peace without being robbed. So a woman who appears to be a nurse, African-American, dying patient in bed, he's white. She takes off his Rolex, off his arm, and other items. And as I said at the top of the show, there's only one big problem, candid camera. You're caught on candid camera, and you didn't know that the cameras were there. This is the conversation that took place between the arresting officer and this horrible example of a human being.
How we doing today?
Good.
Leaving work with some merchandise?
No. I'm sorry, what is your name?
My name's right here. That's Officer to you.
Okay, can I help you, officer?
Yeah, I was just watching some very interesting video footage from your work.
What are you talking about?
Mind if I search you?
No.
You don't mind if I search you?
No, I don't really want much to do with this, sir. Can I help you?
Empty your pockets right
No,
now.
can I have some sort of warrant? I'm not
Empty
saying, oh my God.
your pockets.
No.
We all know what you did.
Who was we?
That looks just like the Rolex that was stolen from the nursing home that you work at. Yep. There's the money. Where's the credit cards?
What are you talking about?
Empty your pocket right there. Empty your pocket.
Here. Are you happy? Can I go now?
Absolutely not. Would you care to explain this?
Explain what?
Where did these come from?
Does that matter? We both know where it comes from.
You often steal from your job and where you work?
Whatever. I think I should go. I think I should go.
Turn around. Hands behind your back.
Sir, I'm
Turn around. Hands behind your back. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. I highly recommend you exercise that right.
I'm going to lose my job.
You already lost your job. We have you on video stealing all of this evidence.
And it's raining?
10:37. Suspect in custody.
Oh, my God. This is not for real. Oh, my God. Can we please just talk about this? I think this is a bit dramatic to be arrested. What footage? Can I see the footage?
Absolutely. You'll see it in court. Judge, do you always steal from your employee, from the people that are putting food on your table? You think it's a good idea to steal?
They're not going to miss it. Okay? He's dying anyway. He's basically dead.
So it's okay to take his belongings in your head? Where do you come up with this reasoning?
Because I need it.
For what?
My kids.
Drugs?
Can we please
What kind of drugs are you taking?
Does that matter?
Absolutely.
I have children. I told you I'm pregnant.
And you think it's wise to be taking drugs while you're pregnant?
So, ma'am, maybe you should have never had kids. That's no excuse to steal from people. You didn't even let the man die with dignity because you're selfish and you only cared about yourself. And now justice is going to be coming to you and for you. And I hope the judge throws the book at you, because some states, they doubled the penalty for elder abuse. In this case, it should be tripled. Back to the phones we go. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. Liz in Florida, line 4. Good morning, Liz. What's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. You know, she should not only lose her job, but her license as well. There's so many more like her. And your last caller, Lou, was right. You can't trust any of these caregivers. When my dad was in the hospital several years ago with COVID for 3 months, I stayed with him. I slept there. I showered there. I never left him alone. And, I mean, it happens all the time. I grew up with my grandparents, and many of their neighbors had helpers who stole from them every day. It's just disgusting. I wanted to just tell you that I went downtown to the city of Miami today, and by the way, I felt very safe walking around. Nevertheless, I met this guy who works there. He's a clerk there, and we just started talking, and he told me he's back in Florida. And I said, oh, where'd you go? He said he left the United States because he didn't like the way this country was heading, and he went to the UK. And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and he said, it is so bad there. He said, this is the best country in the world to live in. And we were talking, and basically, if you hate our country, if you burn our flags, if you complain, or you want to change America to an Islamic or socialist country, go, leave, because we don't want you here. We don't. We want to keep America the way it was, the way it is, and it's mind-boggling, honestly.
Absolutely, Liz, and at least the man got his senses back and came back from England. But I couldn't agree with you more. If you don't like it here, excuse me, you're very polite. You said leave. I'll say it a different way. Get out. And if I wasn't on the radio, I would add another word in there. No, two words. And I know words that you don't use, Liz, but you don't have to be here. Absolute phonies. You want the best for yourself, but you want to denounce the country. What do you think of Congresswoman Omar, Liz?
Not much.
That's Liz.
She's not
That's
worth
Liz
talking
being
about.
positive. How does somebody, you don't live in her district. I don't live in her district. How does a clown like that get elected?
I don't know. You've got a lot of brainwashed people out there, or a lot of her people. People like to follow who they think are leaders, and they get mesmerized. It's just uneducated people. There's so many of them.
So before I let you go, you said your dad was in the hospital, and you stayed there with him. You did not leave. You showered there. You slept there. Why? Because you knew the possibility of what I mean, we hope for the best, but we know that bad things can happen, and you felt that bad things could happen?
Oh, no question. You never, ever, if you can, never leave your loved one in a hospital, ever. Because you don't know what medicine they're going to give them. You don't know what they're going to do to them. He 3 months, Dominic. He had rehab. They came in and were pricking him and trying to get blood. And I mean, thank God I was there, because everyone needs an advocate. They need someone that's there for them to see what's going on. Because most of these nurses, I shouldn't say that, but a lot of them and a lot of these techs, they don't know what they're doing. These aren't family members, they don't treat them right. And I made sure that my dad would be safe, and I was there with him. Yes, my sister brought me food. I showered there. I slept there on a chair, and they didn't want me there. And I said, I'm not leaving. That's it. I'll go to another hospital. I'm not leaving my dad. And that was it.
Bravo to you, Liz. And I know your dad appreciates it. And he's still alive, correct?
He's 93. He's still working. He's an accountant. My mom's 80. Oh, gosh, she'll tell me 21 plus. She won't let me tell her age. And all my life, my mother would say she's 21 plus when I was younger. And people would ask me, how old's your mom? Like, I think 21 plus. I had no clue. She was, but my parents, thank God, plus. Yeah.
So you said your dad is 93 and still works?
He still works. He's amazing. And he's had...
Wait, what do you mean, Liz, he still works?
He's an accountant. He has clients.
At 93?
He's brilliant. Yes, it's just a number,
And so he's
Dominic.
got it together mentally at 93?
Yes, he does. And
wow.
You know what he went through? He went through 3 or 4 heart attacks, prostate cancer. Let's see, he had other cancers. I can't even keep up. But thank God, he's such a fighter. And you know what? When he had COVID during those 3 months and he was in intensive care, they said he's not going to make it. I'm like, are you God? And I mean, to the doctor, I said this, are you God? And he looked at me. I said, don't ever say that to anybody. You have no idea what a patient's going to do or not. And if they hear you say that, it's going to they're not going to lose hope. So I would say to my dad, you've got this, Daddy. You're going to fight this, and you're going to be fine. And thank God, yes, he was there. He was fine. And these doctors, I showed them, and my dad showed them. Because you can't just come in and say, oh, he's not going to make it. Or he needs this medicine. I'm like, no, thank you. Or he needs this COVID shot. No, thank you. He's going to be just fine. And thank God he was. And he is.
Well, Liz, thank you for the remarkable conversation. And I'm so glad that your dad is doing well at 93 and your mom, 21 plus. Thank you for the great call, Liz. Have a great morning. Thank you.
You too.
Let's go to Pat, line 5, New Jersey. Good morning, Pat. What's on your mind?
Good morning, Dominic. It is an emotional topic for me. Dominic, I was divorced for a long time, And I became my husband's advocate, my former husband's advocate. He had since died in April. And he was in a facility, and I just want to mention, you can't watch enough. I would see his arm, and I knew in a section of his arm there would be bruises that were like the size of fingers. He fell, he did a number of things. This is what I'd be told. And I just want to tell you that some of these facilities go under another corporate name. They did not move him physically from this facility he was in. They moved his identity to an executive branch in New York. And that's how the identity was compromised, and mine was compromised. And I need to tell you as well, I didn't know until a patient said, it's not a lot of money, but they give the patients like $50 a month. And when the grandchildren would come, he would like to give them some money when he saw them. He didn't come often. And they would just only dole out so much money to him in a certain period of time. And we have 4 grandchildren. And in the end, when it was all said and done and he was gone, all that money that they wouldn't let him have wasn't a lot, $50 a month, but several $100s. It all went back to the executive office. And I can't tell you the hurt that I feel, because he said, you've got to watch. They could be given medication. He didn't know. They weren't going to take him. It was during COVID. I was trying to get him into a military facility, and they didn't have room. And all of a sudden, they had a chance to look at his resources, and then that was the end of it. I was just heartbroken.
I'm so sorry, Pat, for what you went through. It's a vicious. Go ahead.
We Dominic, we butted heads. We had a lot in common. We agreed to disagree, but he was still a good person and an honest person. And it took me a long time to recover. It's left such a. I needed to work with an attorney general because my identity was compromised, and it's a heartbreak. And you know what my feeling is? I prayed to God. All you have to do is have a fall. Oh, Mrs. Owens gave my name. We have taken you to the hospital. Well, we've done all we could now, so we're going to send you to rehab. That is like when a big net comes down on you. And my prayer is, Dominic, I go running in my shoes, and that's it. And I feel for your aunt. Because
I'm sorry.
They have a little, Dominic, they do have a little fear as well. Because I would say to him, I can work. It was during COVID. And I said, and he just died this April. And I said, how about we take you, and try another facility? No, it's okay. It's okay. I don't know.
Right, and that's what happens, Pat. Pat, I'm late for a break, so I do have to end the call here. My heart is with you. That's what happens with many of our loved ones. They give up. They're being abused, and they give up, and it's the beginning of the end. And I got to pick this up on the other side, Pat. Hang in there, please. Please. I'm begging you to hang in there and try and stay positive. I'm coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... there, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
REI Co-op presents a perfect outdoor moment with the perfect gift. Picture this. You're ripping with your favorite person. Bluebird skies, blower powder, and frankly, you're skiing like legends.
so sick. Another lap?
Thanks to REI's curation, from lid to sticks, you nailed the gift.
No way. How'd you know?
Does it get more perfect than that? Give without guessing. Shop in store or visit REI.com.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana lets you buy your next car on your terms. Explore a massive inventory online, filter for what matters, and find your perfect match. Then choose delivery to your home or pick it up at one of Carvana's iconic car vending machines. Every car also comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can make sure it's the right fit. Buy your car on Carvana. Delivery or pickup fees may apply. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Carvana.
At IKEA, your dreams can come true. Well, maybe not the ones where you're being chased by a monster. We're talking about kitchen dreams. And there are IKEA products and solutions for all of them. Whether it's a whole new kitchen, a statement glassware set, or just new cutlery. If you got big dreams or small dreams in any size of budget, IKEA can help you bring them to life. Visit IKEA.us/dreamkitchen to learn more. Dream the possibilities.
From New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And I see one of the calls, line 2, Jerry in Manhattan. He wants to argue with me over how President Trump is handling the drug trade as it relates to Venezuela and those boats. And I'm on record as saying, blow them all up. Every single, how do you know it's a drug boat? Because we have the best military in the world. Speedboats are not out in the middle of the dead of night. But, Jerry, there's a time and a place for everything. And so you want to argue with me, but the other calls want to talk about senior citizens. So you're going to have to do that another day because I can't take your call on that right now. My job is to shine a light on subjects, to represent the public, to be your advocate. And it's interesting when I'm the subject. Normally what happens when I come along, and this still happens, the managers come out, oh, Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter. And then I'm like, okay, you're talking that talk now, but what happens to my aunt when I don't say it, but you read my face. What happens to my aunt when I'm not here in the dead of night? So one night we get a call, oh, she fell. My instinct is, now she can't walk. She's had 4 or 5 surgeries. Part of her intestines have been removed. I thought she was out of here. But this old may outlive me. It's sad. I sit down and talk to her, and, we may be talking about, let's say, coffee. And out of nowhere, the conversation will go left and completely. Jerry, I'm so glad you hung up. I'm so glad you got the point. You can argue with me another night. Show some compassion for your fellow citizens. Arguing with me is not the be-all and end-all. I don't enjoy arguing with people when you don't know what you're talking about, especially when you don't know what you're talking about. Let's go to line 5. And let me say this, folks. With all the calls that we have on senior abuse, I am going to continue this topic 3 p.m. Eastern later on today. I am going to play that clip again of this witch who tried to steal the Rolex and the man's money as he's taking his last breaths. She says he doesn't need it. Well, we don't need you, lady. And maybe you should have had a few abortions rather than thinking you're justified from stealing from people for your children. Nobody said you had to have those kids. Nobody told you to have a drug addiction. That's your problem. You didn't even let this man die in dignity. But nowadays, they got tricks for you. It's called You're on Candid Camera. Let's go to Max, line 5, Manhattan. Max, what's on your mind?
Yes, hello, Dominic. Thank you for taking my call, and thank you for touching upon this subject.
Max, something is right. Max, either you had, Max, it sounded like you were in Africa, the way you took the call there, with all the static. We have a minute and a half left to the show. Get to your point, please.
Okay, I had some problems with a female relative in the hospital. They wanted to give her medicine, a certain type of medicine. I didn't want it. I got kicked out of the hospital. It took me a while to try to get back in. Finally, on our last days then, they let me in. But they threatened. They said, if we let you back in, you cannot say anything about the medicine we give her. If we give her medicine, we're going to kick you out of the room. And if we can shove anything up her arm, we're going to do that without you. You'll have no say in the matter.
Wait. Did you have power of attorney?
Yes, I did.
They can't just do whatever they want to without. You know what, Max? What I have to do? I'm going to ask you to please give me a call back at 3 p.m. Eastern or the midnight show, because I don't want to shortchange you here on time, and we have come to the end of the program. So if you give me a call at midnight or the 3 p.m. show, you will be one of our first calls. I don't want to rush any of you folks. We're flooded with phone calls on elder abuse. My job is to shine a light on the problems of society, and that is exactly what we're going to do. I'm back 3 p.m. Eastern.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Discover Mercer Labs Museum of Art and Technology in New York City, where creativity meets innovation. This holiday season, immerse yourself in a world of interactive exhibits, digital masterpieces, and unforgettable experiences. Whether you're with family, friends, or exploring solo, Mercer Labs invites you to see art and technology in a whole new light. Get your tickets now at mercerlabs.com and redefine your museum experience.